Hey everybody, rise and shine. It is 6 o'clock here on your finally Friday. We have made it to the weekend.
I'm gonna get some more cup. I'm gonna refill my cup here.
Good idea. Yes.
Hot coffee, everybody.
Are you sure you want hot coffee on a hot
Maybe
morning?
an iced coffee today, Ben, right? It's gonna be another hot one.
It could be 110 degrees. I would still drink hot coffee over cold coffee. That's just me.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are fighting words. I know.
Those are fighting words. We're going to fight after the show, don't worry.
Yeah, no kidding. All
My
right.
money's on Ben.
So the Metro really missed out on the rainfall yesterday. There was heavy rain north of us, south of us, but it just never materialized around the Twin Cities Metro. Our next chance for some thunderstorms is way out here over North Dakota. There's some thunder that's moving through the Bismarck, North Dakota area, riding right along I-94. That'll cross the state of North Dakota today and give us a small chance for some pop-up storms later this afternoon into the early evening hours, but they should be this sub-severe variety. These are current temperatures, most of us in the upper 60s to low 70s, and not as hot, and it's not as humid as what it was this time yesterday. Dew points are still in the 60s, which is still in the muggy category, but it's not, again, as hot as what it was yesterday. The sun is up. We still have some clouds to deal with this morning, but temperatures will be warming up into the upper 80s to near 90. A few afternoon thunderstorms, but overall a fairly quiet forecast as we head into the upcoming weekend. For a look at your Friday traffic, let's toss it to Alicia.
It's not bad for Friday morning. We did have one crash I've been keeping an eye on up in Brooklyn Center. You can see it on this map right now. Not causing too bad of a slowdown, but we did see some stop and go on the stretch of 94 eastbound. So we'll show it to you here. It's blocking that far right shoulder, so just causing a minor disturbance. We'll keep an eye on it and have another update here in a few.
Turning now to our top story, temps dropping off overnight, and we're finally seeing a break in this roller coaster weather we've had over the past 72 hours.
It's been pretty wild, and as July comes to an end, scientists are saying this month will be the hottest month ever recorded on Earth. Not something you like to hear, right? CC's live in Champlain with a recap of the wild weather we've been experiencing in the last 24 hours before this weekend cool down. Hey, CC.
Hey, good morning, guys. Much better out here. There's a slight breeze. Feels so much better than when I was out here yesterday, especially since we almost reached triple digits yesterday. And the roads definitely felt that heat, especially here on 169. This portion of 169, specifically behind me, just opened back up this morning after being shut down for multiple hours. Here's why. Take a look at this video taken just a few hours ago near 109th Avenue. Because of pavement buckling, a lot of crews were out here working to repair the road behind me. They just finished up, as I mentioned, not too long ago. MnDOT took to Twitter ahead of our warm week to tell drivers that pavement buckles are considered emergencies and they fix them ASAP. So if you ever spot one, they want you to call 911 to report it. Turning now, though, from hot weather to severe weather. Nearly 12 hours ago, the town of Eureka in Wisconsin, which is just north of the St. Croix Falls, got hit by a storm. This morning, homeowners there will have to continue cleaning up the mess of trees and debris left behind by that storm. We spoke to one resident who watched as the storm came in, raining hail and pummeling the trees in his yard.
There's some really, strong trees in the front that are just snapped right out of the ground. It was something to see those big trees bending the way they were.
Coming up in 30 minutes, we're going to hear from an expert who's actually talking about the future of this wild weather we've been seeing. Back over to you.
We have family and friends over in western Wisconsin, up in the St. Croix Falls area. Some of the videos were just wild.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
CC, thanks.
We've been getting a lot of pictures in from you over the last 15 hours. Jennifer sent us this video of lightning in Dayton, Maple Grove, and then Trisha saw some dime-sized hail over in Litchfield.
Well, this morning we're getting a better picture of where the state's drought conditions stand at this moment. The latest drought monitor shows drought conditions have expanded across the state. Not great news. 80% of Minnesota is now in at least a moderate drought, and that's up from 70% from a week ago. 30% of the state is now severe drought, up from 18% a week ago. 1.5% is an extreme drought. And there is a caveat, though. This latest drought report does not include the rain that we saw Tuesday into Wednesday, so hopefully it helps just a little bit. Well, now's a great time to download the free KARE 11 weather app. You can get personalized forecasts no matter where you live, and you can also get live radar. Just grab your phone right now, put it up to the screen, open your camera, scan that QR code to download that app.
This morning, Minnesota's Attorney General is one of 22 AGs across the country trying to block a $10 billion 3M settlement over Forever Chemicals. The attorneys general say the Maplewood-based company got off too easy. They also say the settlement doesn't give water suppliers enough time to figure out how much they'll get or how much it'll cost to remove the chemicals from the water. The worry here is that the burden will fall on taxpayers to completely fix that issue.
In the last 12 hours, the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension announced a months-long backlog of untested sexual assault test kits have now all been tested. Nearly 8 years ago, an audit showed thousands of untested kits in evidence rooms across the state. Now that all kits have been tested, the BCA says DNA was obtained that matched 357 convicted offenders in their database. Another 130 people who were identified didn't have a previous criminal record. The BCA says there's now a new tracking program that victims can use to follow the process of their kit in real time. And a new goal of testing turnaround in 90 days or less is going to start this fall. And this announcement follows years of reporting by our investigative team and their project, The Untested, which actually helped spur change at the state capitol. If you'd like to watch that full investigation, we have it posted right now at KARE11.com/investigates.
This morning, there's a new fundraising effort in honor of fallen St. Croix County Deputy Katie Leising. Deputy Leising was shot and killed in May while on duty. The Deputy Katie Leising Remembrance Fund is trying to raise $600,000. That money would go towards 3 projects. One would be a St. Croix County Fallen Officer Memorial outside the county's new government center. Some of the money would also go to help Deputy Leising's family travel to D.C. next year when her name is added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. And the rest of the funds would help provide emotional wellness training to St. Croix County law enforcement officers and their families.
Now to a story we've been tracking for the past 24 hours. Former President Donald Trump is facing new charges in the Mar-a-Lago documents case. 2 Trump associates are also charged this morning in that case. The federal indictment alleges that Trump was part of a scheme to delete security video and obstruct the investigation into classified documents stored at his Florida estate. In the court documents, one of the other people charged, a maintenance supervisor at Mar-a-Lago, told another employee that the boss wanted the server deleted. Trump has pleaded not guilty. Trial has been set for May.
We are less than 2 weeks out from Minnesota's primary election on August 8th. Minnesota Secretary of State Steve Simon says take action now, even if you don't have any local races on the ballot for the primary.
Now is a great time to get registered to vote or to update or refresh your voter registration so you can take part more easily in the bigger election that we all know is coming, which is the 2024 presidential election.
This will be the first election day in Minnesota since more than 55,000 people regained the right to vote. That happened after a law change restoring eligibility to those with felony convictions who are not currently incarcerated.
Today, applications are due for the Open Road Fund grants. The Bush Foundation is providing $50 million in grant money over the next 8 years for descendants of slaves in our area. Nexus Community Partners in St. Paul will select 100 people a year from Minnesota and the Dakotas to receive up to $50,000 in grants. You're looking at the Nexus website right here. That's where you can apply. Their website is nexuscp.org. Well, looking ahead to next week, for 9 hours on Tuesday, the iconic Stillwater Lift Bridge won't be lifting. That's so crews can install a power cable. The bridge will be closed to walkers and bikers from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's actually going to stay down, but small boats will still be allowed to go under.
We are more than 12 hours away from your next chance at trying to win almost $1 billion. The Mega Millions jackpot is now worth $910 million. The jackpot is the 5th largest in Mega Millions history. And speaking of which, it's last call for a mystery $1 million winner in the North Metro. A winning Mega Millions ticket was sold on July 29th last year at the Casey's gas station in Fridley. So the rules say you have 1 year to claim your prize. So that means whoever out there has that ticket right now, you only have 2 days left to come forward. Otherwise, that money is going into the state's general fund. So check your glove compartment, check your wallet, like you said, your fridge, your kid's toy box, their book bag. It has to be out there somewhere.
I wonder if the gas station will get some, you know how if you sell a winning ticket, they usually get some money still?
Hopefully they still get a cut.
Yeah, I love my Casey's breakfast pizza.
Yeah, I could use a breakfast pizza right now. My stomach has been going off all morning.
Someone to feed Jason this morning. All right, 6:10 on this Friday. Happy Friday.